welcome to the Gamers Table. It is Monday, and we're reviewing Firefly, the game.
Oh yes, the game.
Each game of There we go. Game overview. It's really short. Playing Firefly the game, players take turns navigating the verse, talking to contacts, finding crew and gear, and working jobs. Each game of Firefly starts with choosing a story card. Story cards detail what each player needs to accomplish to win the game. Story tale cards tell different tales. There are 6 of them that came with the base game, and there are 3 more added with the Piracy expansion. Yeah, Piracy adds the ability to attack each other into the game.
That adds more player interaction, adds more fun. Or annoyance.
Yeah.
If you're the guy getting your stuff stolen, that kind of sucks.
So, you know how Arkham Horror is like a table hog? Firefly is a table hog as well. I'm going to have to build some custom card holders because it just... Well, Ken's not got a small table here, and the whole entire table, even what you can't see up there, is covered.
I don't even have a leaf pulled out.
Yeah.
There's a big table.
So you start by rolling a die, and the person with the highest will get their first pick of captains, then it goes around the table. And then the last guy gets to choose either his starting position or his haven, depending on what, and it goes back around. And once everybody's picked that, you get your starting jobs. Yeah, you don't get to find out what your jobs are or anything until after you've picked where you are. So that's kind of annoying, but it sort of makes sense because nobody starts with a better shot at it than anybody else.
Yeah.
And then once you've decided the 3 jobs you're going to keep, 2 of them you get discarded to the discard piles, then all of the shops get 3 put into their discard piles. It's called priming the pump, so everything is ready to go, and you start. You get 2 selections from the 4 actions.
So we got lots of destination cards when you're doing your full burn. You got your ship cards. You got your plenty of tokens. You got your contraband, fuel,
dice, chips, cards,
money,
player boards.
You got the job cards. You got the cards where you buy stuff from the different areas in the game board.
Cool ship models.
Microphone. Oh, no, never mind.
Dinosaur marker. There is move.
You get to look at Peru.
Buy, deal, and work are the 4 options you have, and you may choose 2 of them. You cannot repeat anything. As Chris said, one was buy, and you can buy stuff. Deal is with Patience, Niska, Amandul, Harkin, or Badger. You can, before you're solid with them, we'll get to that in a minute, you can just look at 3 jobs. Again, you can select as many from the discard pile up to 3, and if you only like 2 of those or whatever, you can fill it up to 3 you're looking at from the new ones. You don't have to keep any of them, but you must discard only 3 jobs in your hand by the time you're finished. Now, after you've completed a job for them, if you become, that means you're solid with them, and you put the card under your ship. You can sort of see it here and here. And then you're able to sell cargo and contraband to them on the deal action, as well as looking for new jobs. And the other one is move. You have 2 options again. You can mosey, which moves just 1 space, costs no fuel. Or you can full burn, which costs you a fuel, unless you have something that changes that, and you move up to the entire distance of your drive core. Each sector you go through in border space or alliance space requires you to turn over one of the border or alliance cards, which could be keep flying or could be some sort of action.
If you're lucky, you'll actually move the full range of your
Drive
core card.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that can happen to stop you, or there's sometimes opportunities. There's a ship you could salvage, or you can have an opportunity to be a pirate, which in the last game I had a couple opportunities to be a pirate, and I took advantage of it.
So that's different than the piracy in the Piracy expansion. That's pirate just as in you're pirating stuff that's in the area. The piracy in the Piracy expansion is a job card that actually allows you to attack another player when you're in the same sector as them. So what we haven't touched on yet, theme. Holy crap, man. If you've watched the shows, you're going to feel like you're in the verse. It is that close to the real thing. Even you guys, we haven't watched it in a long time, and Chris has never seen the show. You feel like you're a captain of a ship, don't you? This works.
Yeah.
As far as themed games go that I've played anyway, just a little disclaimer there or whatever. This and Battlestar Galactica are probably 2 of the best themed games for immersing yourself in
a TV show
the
universe.
Story, they're great. Mm-hmm. Both of them are great. They're totally different, but they're a hell of a lot of fun. And I really like this one. It's good. I like that card. I like the different ship upgrades and stuff like that. I got one here. It's onboard chop shop. After any salvage op, take $500 and load a contraband. And there's all, of course, certainly different costs to them. This one's like $1,600, and you get another one for $800 here. And it's a electronic defense suite. It's helping you avoid the Reaver cutter out here, the little wandering badass.
Where'd you buy those cards?
I got this one. Let's see. I got one at Regina, another one at Osiris Shipworks, and of course that's the base drive there. But
so if you look at the overview of the board, you can see where they are on the board.
Yeah, there's different spots you can go to. Let's see, Space Bazaar's over here, and then you get Regina's way over on the other side of the board. This particular game here, Chris won handily. He basically just went around the one side of the board and back over again, and he was done.
He got lucky with finding people who had a lot of guns on them. That helped a lot.
This particular story wanted you to get, cargo, contraband, or parts to ship around the board, but most of that was gained through like Chris's piracy actions and stuff, or pirating actions in space. Me, I'm doing the jobs, and I got cargo and stuff, but it's supposed to be used to complete the job to get money.
So when you're misbehaving, you're going to go for this deck, and you're going to have to do a number of cards, and they will all have at least 2 options on them, and sometimes they have a third one down at the bottom. This one, if you have Crow, Niska's nasty bodyguard, you can just pass the card. You don't have to even go it. Otherwise, you have the option to, it's a knife fight. Brought a gun, if you have a firearm, you pass. Otherwise, it's a 8 gun test, and you're going to need to roll that. If you have a knife, it adds 3 to your roll, and 1 to 7 attempt botched, 8 plus proceed. So if you botch these attempts, you just have to start again. But if you get a warrant, you've failed that job, and you lose the job forever. So show fans are going to be waiting to know. There's only one question we got. Can we fly Serenity? Can we have the crew? Well, one of the options for captain is Malcolm Reynolds. And in the other decks are the entire crew. Air Shepherd book that Ken had. Wash and Zoe and Jane, Simon and River. Everybody's there. And with some of the expansions, I know Chris doesn't know a damn thing
about it. Now, you're allowed to have 6 crew, right?
Depends on the ship. All the Fireflies can have 6.
Yeah.
But some of the expansion ones cannot have that many. Same with Max Crusoe for there, too.
Yeah, my first game of this, I played Serenity. I take the orange. We've got our own favorite colors, so Serenity just happens to be the orange. You can't play red because that's the Reaver ship. But Malcolm's, of course, the pilot of Serenity here. I managed to get like 6.
He had River
all my entire crew.
And Simon, and he had Anara and Zoe
and Malcolm. It was awesome.
And the main crew, they're all just awesome. And River and Simon work together so well.
And a lot of them, they got the re-rolls and stuff on them. It was just fantastic.
And the other thing that we didn't cover in the expansion is newly the bounties. Every card that is wanted in the game will have one of these. And at any time when you think you've located one of them, you can choose to do that option. Hunt them up, pick them up, do the test to get them, put them on their ship. They don't take up any space of your valuable cargo or anything, and take them to where they need to be to get that amount of money. But because this is more player versus player, other players can see you have that, cruise up beside you, and attempt to steal them from you and claim the bounty themselves. Yeah. This particular scenario really wanted you to fly around in empty space just to encounter the stuff that you don't encounter anywhere else.
That's the one thing I found about it, the jobs was your rewards are almost always money for them, right? Mm-hmm. When you need contraband and cargo in that, you pretty much got to just go fly around and
take a chance and bad guys happens,
or they're all bad guys, the Reavers and the Alliance. Nobody likes the Alliance.
Well, the Alliance are technically good guys.
But technically, according to them, they're the good guys. It's kind of like the Empire.
Thematically in the game, they're guys who are probably more annoying than the Reavers.
Yeah.
Well, the Alliance is annoying because they stop you and they tie you up with red tape.
And they take the contraband that you need to win the game.
The Reavers eat you.
Yeah.
This is worse. Speaking as someone who had a crew of 5 and had them all eaten on one of my shots.
Well, in this game, from the experience of the game, the Alliance is worse. The Alliance has done way more damage to me than the Reavers ever have.
No, they just take your crooked stuff.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
never had the
they
Reavers
stop
eat your
it.
whole crew. That is a big thing.
Stop spinning.
And one time, I had like the entire ship filled up with passengers, and the Reavers ate them all before I could take them at $300 a head to get them out.
Oh,
anyway, we're hashing up our old games, so we'll probably go to the wrap up.
You tell how much we like this thing and how excited we are about it.
Wrapping up for Firefly. Well, we start off with theme. Holy crap, yes! If you watched the show even peripherally and liked it, and like board games, you obviously do because you're watching it, get this! You want it! You will love how close the theme is. There's even options to play it single player, so if you can't find anybody else who's a Firefly fan who'll play it with you, you can play it yourself. Though it has a fairly hefty price tag for playing it yourself. But you could.
Yeah.
Easy to play. It looks complicated, but as I said, there were 4 things. You choose 2 of them, and the only rolling you're doing is a test. It's either with guns, or it's with tech, or it's with talking, and it'll just say, that type of test, roll a die, add your icons. If you get higher than the number, equal to the number, you pass. Simple.
This game only looks complicated for the amount of cards and the amount of tokens.
Yeah.
And it's just the amount of stuff that makes it look complicated. The stuff just adds variety.
Yeah, and fun to play. Have you seen how excited we are about this? Everybody we've introduced this game to, that since I got it, has got addicted. Do you bring Firefly this week? Are we playing Firefly again? Okay. There is absolutely no part of this game that doesn't hit on all the things that I judge games on, so this game has to be a 10.
Personally, I like it a lot. I enjoy the look of the game. Oh, the graphics in this game are just fantastic. Everything. This is the coolest freaking money I've ever seen in a game before. I love everything. The artwork on it is insane. It's awesome. And the cards, the characters are all cool. And you get all the characters as Serenity and a whole bunch of others I don't remember too, and just odds and ends. And it's great. The variety of jobs is great. The variety of the stories. And just look at the artwork on here. It's all really cool. I love it. It's probably one of the best looking games I've ever played. And it's a hell of a lot of fun. Like the stories. I like how, varied they are, and there's different ways of winning and stuff. Like Chris is just flying around basically grabbing up cargo. And there's other ones where you actually have to need money to win or do a bunch of different tests to win or something like that. So it's tests you really want to get your crew for sure. Like if you're just grabbing, flying around and stuff, you don't really always need that much of a crew. Maybe some defense or something like the guns or something like that. But it's pretty great. It's for variety. I really like that a lot. I like the ship upgrades, and there's different ways of speeding your ship up to fly around or protection and things. Although there's just very small amount of luck in the game, for getting around. Some people, Craig got lucky this time flying around real easily, and other times he's gotten totally hosed. And like me too, I managed to get a great crew and just happened to find them in the deck right when I needed them, and flew through space with no problems. It's a small amount of luck, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm going to give this one a 9.5.
I really like this game too, but I do have some issues. I think there is a lot of luck in this game. When you misbehave, some of the cards are like really easy, or some of them are just hose you really hard, and you really have no control. Like you're always taking a chance when you go through alliance space, but if you got contraband, you're probably better off taking the long way around because it's safer for you overall. I can't really speak on the theme, but obviously there is a very rich theme game, but I haven't watched the show. So I'm just speaking from a total gameplay aspect. It's definitely immersive. It feels like you're flying a ship. I do enjoy that, but the luck factor is a little annoying at times.
It can be. That's why I knocked a little bit off my score.
Because a lot of the stuff comes down to a die roll. Like you can buy stuff to increase your odds at winning. Like there's 3 different things you roll on. You roll on guns, you roll on the wrenches, and you roll on the diplomacy talk. And my favorite part of this game, honestly, is just going around and buying this stuff. I like, what could I find in this pile? The shopping aspect. I kind of like that aspect of the game. But to quote our friend Chad, it is a pick up and deliver game most of the time. You're going around taking stuff, doing stuff over here, going there, doing stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bells and whistles. There's a lot of variety and depth. I give Firefly an 8. I do like the great variety of stuff in the game. When you get the jobs, you'll find new jobs pretty much every time you play because there's just a huge amount of cards and variety happening here.
Okay, so that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table. Tune in next time where we review another game.
Because that's what we do.
We did it.
Why don't we call it your grave? Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
I need your help. My brother. He's missing.
Nah, so tell it to the cops, dollface.
I have nowhere else to go.
So tell me about your brother.
He works at the university, doing research for several of the professors. Internet searches for strange happenings. Things of that sort.
Strange happenings? What kind of strange happenings?
He's heading to the apartment. Should I stop him?
What the hell is this thing?
Don't make me come back down here again, Carmichael. You need to back off.
Look, Rach, I've got a case. And I need your help. I'm being tailed by lurking strangers and warned off the case by angry cops.
He contacted her, just like you said he would.
Very well. Perhaps we should lend Mr. Carmichael some assistance ourselves.